Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife and Resources Agency.
Hey, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. And yes, we will allow Frank Barton and John Gordon to introduce. We're kind of rolling through as we go along here because I'm going to let, I think I'm going to let, get ready for the next one, Frank. I may let you do that. No, I don't know. Anyway, it's a fun time here. They're both on their phone right now. They're checking the weather. I used to call Jam 1 to get the time. I don't know if anybody remembers that.
Used to.
Is it still out there?
It still works.
You can still call Jam 1?
You can call Jam 1.
Oh, right. Okay. David Best, you know that? Okay.
I did. Yep.
All right. I just pick up my cell phone now, and it gives me the time. Our good friend David Best is on with us. You know we're going to talk fishing with David from SYS Wilson Building out in Arlington and Primary Tackle. We like to get David on at least once a month to talk Mid-South fishing. And our number one question is, right now, David, is the rain, the heat, the humidity. What's going on fishing-wise?
Fishing's still pretty good. We've got guys catching them at, all over the Mid-South. My kayak guys had a tournament about a week ago, and they had a pretty big fish caught at Beach Lake, 23-inch, around that 23-inch fish caught. And
did y'all hear that? Now, 23 inches now. When they do these kayak tournaments, I got to jump in there.
We don't use pounds.
We don't use pounds. It's 23. Ooh, look at this fish. Holy mackerel here.
I caught that at Ducks Unlimited right there.
You caught that at Ducks Unlimited?
Mm-hmm.
There's some good ones in that pond.
Oh, well, don't let Wong see that. Don't post that on there. That's the same fish Wong catches every week.
Pretty much, I think, yeah.
It's the same one, Golly, how much did that? I'm sorry, David, you just lost your spot because I was held up this big bass. How much did that weigh?
Yeah, about 5 pounds. She
5
wasn't that big. Nice fish.
Oh, she wasn't that big. All right.
Well,
Okay. All right. Go ahead, David, now that we know where the John Gordon heads during his break. But we can catch fish in this hot weather, right?
Oh, yeah, you can. You can definitely catch fish in this hot weather. A lot of guys will night fish this time of year just to get away from this hot weather a little bit, which is a great way to go catch them right now, too. But,
yes, yeah.
It's always, summertime, the fish still have to eat.
Yes.
So it's not like they're going to quit eating. They actually have to eat more during the summer than they do during the winter to maintain their body weight.
And isn't this a really perfect time for what you sell out there, and that's kayaks and things that you could get to places now? I don't know. We've had so much rain. We're 8 inches above normal. I'm thinking a traditional bass boat can't get to some places, but people are getting these kayaks, and they're able to slip in and get a lot of places, right?
Oh, yeah, exactly. That's the whole purpose of a kayak in a lot of ways. That thing will draft 5-6 inches of water.
5 or 6
so
inches
you can put
of water. Yeah.
So you can put it places that you can get across that little flat in the back of a creek and get back into where that little drop off is that, it's a little deeper, and those fish just live there 24/7 anyway. And where you can't get that bass boat too. So
yes, yeah. And this is a good time to buy them. Because now you can get out and experiment with them. Now, you buy one in December. Well, of course, David doesn't care if you want to buy one in December. You can, but right now you can buy them, and I guess you can just head on to the water the next day as long as they get a few tips from you guys. And I'm sure you do that, don't you?
Oh, we do lots of that. We do kayak demos all the time. If somebody wants to try one out and make sure this is exactly what they want to buy, it's a big purchase. I don't want somebody to get out of here and not be happy with what they bought if they weren't sure what they were getting into. So we do demos on a regular basis and just take somebody out, let them try a couple different boats out till they figure out exactly what they want.
Well, how many kayak companies do you deal with? What?
So we have what I call the big three. We have Jackson, built here in Sparta, Tennessee.
Yes,
We have New Canoe out of Bellingham, Washington.
Yeah.
And we have Hobie out of California.
All
so
right.
we have the three big ones.
And you could spend from what to what?
Anything from about $700 to $6,000.
$6,000.
So,
okay, and that the one that's got $6,000. The basic difference is it has everything, I guess.
Well, it doesn't have everything at that point, but it has more abilities than the one for 700. No, because I can make that 6,000 one 12,000 by the time we add in live scopes and trolling motors and batteries and all the other things that we can put on one.
And you can do that at the store? I mean,
we can do that at the store. We call it Legos for adults.
Legos for adults. And again, we're talking to David Best of SYS Wilson Company out there and Primary Tackle. So what's going on right now? Let's talk about individual places. If David Best was going fishing today on this Saturday, where are some places he might go? And let's talk basically, I mean, not just kayak fishing, but bass fishing, bluegill fishing. What?
Yeah. If I had my druthers right now, I mean, I'd probably be sitting on Pickwick.
Okay.
Night fishing, it's a great time to go out there, keep kind of cool, and you can catch those big smallmouth up shallow right now. Throw a big spinner bait or a jig or a bladed jig, something along that lines, and you can go catch some really, really good fish. And not burning up out here in the heat. And, we've had some crazy weather this month.
Hadn't we, though? Yeah.
It rains one day and it's freaking hotter than places the next, so who knows what it's going to do. But that would be my first or other. But I mean, the reality of it is all these little oxbows up and down the river. I mean, you can catch fish in those. You can catch fish Sardis and Enid. That's not a bad place to go night fishing either.
Night fishing we're talking about. When it's the cool time.
It's cooler.
If you're going to fish in the middle of the day, then you better take plenty of
sunscreen.
Sunscreen, non-alcoholic drinks, and take care of yourself. And don't want you to dehydrate. But at the same time, so I know there's what's going on this weekend. Got anything special you might need to know about when the store's open?
So we got Dale Ivy out here this weekend on the front porch selling some vegetables and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We got my buddy Lindsay from Four Boys Bakery is going to be out here selling some cookies and things today till 1 o'clock.
All right.
So it's a great time to come out and see them. We're going to be we're having our Christmas in July sale this weekend.
That's what I was going to. Yeah, I saw that on Facebook. Christmas in July. Okay.
Yeah. So we got a lot of clothing on sale over there. It's a great time to come prep for your Christmas shopping. Good time to come look around. We got a big order, another big order of fishing tackle in. We've done a lot in the tackle shop this year as far as expanding the selection and really trimming that out and making that look really, really good. So
tell them where you're located now. Tell them where you're located now.
So we're in Arlington on the historic Depot Square. We're at 12020 Walker. If you can't find a place to park on the Walker side, right in front of the building on the train track side, there's a big old parking lot over there. So
there is. Yes.
Come see us. There's a lot of stuff to choose from kayaks to fishing tackle to Amish Bay jams and jellies to clothing to whatever you could want.
All right, buddy. Thank you, David Best. We'll talk to you next month.
Thank you.
All right, talk. Bye. All right, David Best. He got to throw in some food out there and everything, And we've talked kayaks and things along that line that we don't talk about canoes. Kayaks have become the dominant things now. Everybody used to take when I would float the Buffalo in Arkansas. I don't know if y'all ever been on the Buffalo River in Arkansas?
I never have. Just the
no.
white.
You need to go just to go over there for the one time. Maybe go, when it's a little cooler, and maybe when the elk are bugling it over there in that area. But canoes were then, but now kayaks are big.
Yeah, they took over pretty much.
Yeah, and then what he's got in that SYS building, that thing is over 100 years old. And if you've never been to Arlington and seen that building and all the stuff he's got, I mean, there's ghosts in there. I mean, there may be dead bodies. I don't know. I mean, they've been around since the Civil War, and he mentioned that the bakery people are out there and everything like that. But this is the time of the year. I'm not a fan of July. Okay, July and August to me, good Lord put that in there just to test our patience till we can get to real good hunting and fishing weather. And that's and I don't know what do you right now. You're preparing what's coming up for the fall. Is this a preparation time?
I mean, with DU Nation, it's all we've got films coming out every week for that, and the stuff that we've been filming over the spring and this summer.
Well, tell them about the David Beal.
Oh yeah.
nation. How many have you had?
Almost 40,000 views on that film at this point. Filmed right here in McKellar Lake.
Yeah,
by the Mississippi River.
Over
downtown.
40. Yeah, 40,000 views, and these are all short little. I mean, they're easy to watch and things.
It's all about the outdoor lifestyle.
Yes,
right. I mean, so it's Ducks Unlimited members are far from just waterfowl hunters. They have really diverse interest in the outdoors. So that's what we really wanted to showcase, and how what Ducks Unlimited does, and wetlands conservation and clean water and everything really spills over into a lot of different arenas. So that's what DU Nation's all about. And I would encourage anyone to go to YouTube, the Ducks Unlimited channel, or just do a search on DU Nation. It'll pull it up, and I think we've got over 30 films on there.
30 films
now, yeah, and coming out. New ones coming out every week. We just released one based on the Callapalooza event with John Stevens over there at Richardtown.
Oh, really?
That we went over there and filmed there. So, it's just the DU Nation just keeps on rolling. And I've got DU TV out as well on the Sportsman Channel right now. This week is Lake St. Clair in Canada. Incredible show with Fred Zink.
Yeah,
and some of our staffers up there. Just really, I mean, the hunting was phenomenal.
So there's a lot going on in July here, and I know Frank is gearing up, and he writes the biggest book ever. I mean, I love to read the names of those dogs in that book. Because there's some cool names. Besides Hershey or Hope or.
Well, that's the interesting about dog names, right?
It is.
Their register names could have really, you'd be looking at it. What's the call name of that dog?
See, the call name. Now I didn't learn that till to Bird Dog Nation. Out there when they say, well, this dog's got like 4 names. But they call him Jake.
Right.
I mean, because Jake ain't going to answer the Sir Lancelot the 3rd, 4th, and 5th generation. And so your dog Buster have a real name?
Oh
Buster?
Yeah, sure. I mean,
what's Buster's real name?
Got registered names.
What's Buster's registered name?
Yeah, it's.
You don't know?
Yeah, it's Buster is a tribute name.
Okay.
Really, to my uncle's first lab, and Buster's a golden retriever, so a little different, but that's a tribute to Buster, the original lab that I hunted with when I was a kid in Satartia, Mississippi. So. Buster's, full name is actually it's MSR down in Satartia is the name of the dog.
Okay.
And how do you come? You don't know his name. It's Buster, but that's all a tribute to my uncle's lab that I hunted with, who introduced me to dogs and retrievers when I was a kid. So,
well, Frank, hang on, because we're going to ask you how in the world some of your names came up with that. Because I've known all the Frank's dogs just about. So, all right, let's take a break. Come right back, and I'm going to let John introduce the next guest. Okay, John. Next segment. Get ready, folks. Sit back, get you some coffee.
It's going to be fantastic.
It's going to be fantastic. Then take all the thunder out of Frank. We'll be right back on Outdoors with Larry Ray.